And now, your first Alert 5 weather.
And National Weather Service going out to near Grenada in Prowers County earlier today, doing survey of this massive twister that left some damage in its wake. We reported on this last night on News 5 at 10, and it has now been rated as an EF3 tornado. That rating goes from EF0 being the weakest to a powerful EF5. So this is a pretty strong tornado for southern Colorado standards. They still say further analysis needs to be done to determine the exact wind speeds or estimated wind speeds. But based on this, some of these damage photos that have been circulating from Prowers County Sheriff's Office, you can see the vehicle flipped over on its side, almost like a Tonka truck. Widespread damage to that residence there. Thankfully, the family that was in the residence, the home completely destroyed. They were able to get underground. They were safe from the storm, but you can see pretty catastrophic damage from that EF3 tornado yesterday near Grenada in Prowers County. Now today is expected a much nicer, more mellow start to the weekend. Really not expecting much in the way of cloud cover for the rest of your Saturday into tonight and during the day on Sunday as well. Now from our live cam view at our Rockrimmon studios, still some snow on top of America's Mountain from last week's storms, but seeing just some haze in the atmosphere. Winds coming out of the southwest much of the day. It's bringing in some drier air from the desert southwest. So humidity values have been down below 20% in most areas this afternoon. Pueblo right now checking in at 88. So again, possibly a few fair weather clouds. This is the high-res model. It tends to have a bias to show a little more cloud cover than what we'll actually see. I think it'll be mostly sunny all day long tomorrow. Temperatures pretty similar to today, but probably down a few degrees east of I-25, out west into the mountain areas. Not a whole lot of change, so we'll be near to maybe slightly below average or what we would typically see for the end of June. Take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast. Nice and comfortable in the Springs, warming up right near 80 by mid-afternoon. For Pueblo, we go from the low 50s early tomorrow morning up to a high of around 87 degrees. So here in southern Colorado, sort of sandwiched between two areas of low pressure. This is the one that brought some of that inclement weather yesterday. This continues to move out of our area. High pressure is going to dry us out in the short term, but as this low develops across the coast of California, it's going to enhance some of that wind. So that drier southwest flow going to be a factor in the weather forecast here. It'll be breezy to gusty, especially by the middle parts of next week. I think Tuesday we could see widespread gusts, maybe as high as 35, even 40 miles per hour in some areas. And that could lead, unfortunately, to an increased fire danger risk, mainly out into the San Luis Valley where it's been bone dry. I think for I-25, most of the plains, we should be okay. Lows tonight down to the 40s and 50s. Highs tomorrow right near 80 in the Springs, mid to upper 80s for Canyon City and Pueblo. Let's take a look at that super 7-day forecast. Pretty quiet stretch of weather other than that wind that picks back up. So we're going to do a breakout here on Tuesday. That dry downslope flow, again, could be gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. It's going to bring our first real taste of summer. If we hit those 90s the middle of next week, those would be the first 2 90-degree days of the year. For Pueblo, I've got us dry through next Thursday. And yes, possibly joining the Century Club with some of those downslope winds next Tuesday with a high at 100 degrees. For Canyon City, no escaping the heat here either, my friends. Across the Arkansas River Basin, we'll see mid-90s Monday through Wednesday, and then a chance of showers and storms by the end of next week. For Woodland Park, also seeing some warmth here in the city above the clouds. 81 on Monday, all the way up to 82 with some strong gusts by next Tuesday.